I was standing at my wedding, smiling, holding a knife to cut the cake, when my mother-in-law suddenly grabbed the microphone. She laughed and said something that made the entire room go silent. What she did next didn't just ruin my wedding cake, it destroyed her own reputation forever. And the karma? Oh, it came faster than anyone expected. Hi, my name is Emily, and this is the story of how the happiest day of my life turned into a nightmare. Because of one person, my mother-in-law. If you believe weddings reveal people's true colors, then stay till the end, because this story changed my life forever. I always dreamed of a simple but elegant wedding. White roses, soft music, family smiling. After 2 years of planning, saving, and stress, my big day had finally arrived. My husband, Daniel, stood beside me, nervous, happy, and proud. I truly believed I was marrying into a loving family, especially his mother, Linda. At least, that's what she wanted everyone to think. From the outside, Linda was polite, well-dressed, and always smiling. But behind closed doors, she controlled everything. She criticized my dress, my makeup, even the guest list. A wedding reflects the groom's family, she used to say. I ignored the red flags, because I loved Daniel, and Daniel always said, "That's just how my mom is." The ceremony itself was beautiful. Guests were emotional. My father cried. Daniel squeezed my hand during our vows. For a moment, everything felt perfect. Then came the reception. The lights dimmed, music played softly, and the wedding cake was rolled in. A 3-tier masterpiece. White frosting, gold details. I remember thinking, we did it. Nothing can ruin this now. That's when Linda stood up. She walked toward the cake table, smiling too widely, holding a glass in her hand. And that smile? It wasn't love. It was revenge. And I had no idea what she was about to do next. Linda tapped her glass with a spoon. Clink, clink. The music stopped. Conversations faded. Everyone turned toward her. Daniel squeezed my hand and whispered, "She just wants to say something nice." I wanted to believe that. Linda smiled and said, "I've waited a long time for this moment." Guests laughed softly. Then she turned toward me. "Emily," she said, "I hope this cake is as sweet as you pretend to be." The room went quiet. I felt my stomach drop. Before anyone could react, Linda reached out and shoved her finger straight into the cake. Gasps filled the room. Frosting smeared across the white icing. She laughed. "Oops," she said. "Accidents happen." I stood frozen. This wasn't an accident. This was deliberate. The baker rushed forward, panicking. Daniel looked at his mother in shock. "Mom, what are you doing?" Linda shrugged. "Relax. It's just a cake." Just a cake? Months of planning, thousands of dollars, and a moment I would never get back. I felt tears burning behind my eyes. But then, something even worse happened. Linda leaned closer to the microphone. "Since we're being honest tonight," she said, "I should tell everyone. This wedding almost didn't happen." Whispers spread like wildfire. My heart started pounding. "She's not the woman I wanted for my son," Linda continued. "But here we are." I heard my mother gasp. My father stood up. Daniel looked stunned, silent, torn. I realized something in that moment. Linda didn't want to ruin the cake. She wanted to ruin me. I slowly stepped forward, took the microphone from her hand. My voice was shaking, but my words were clear. "This is our wedding," I said, "and no one gets to humiliate us." The room erupted into applause. Linda's smile vanished, and for the first time, she realized she had gone too far. But karma wasn't done yet. Not even close, because what happened after that changed everything. The applause faded. I handed the microphone back to the DJ and stepped away from the cake table. My hands were shaking. Daniel followed me, whispering, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know she would do that." I nodded, but deep inside, something had already broken. Guests tried to pretend nothing happened. Music restarted. People forced smiles. But the tension hung heavy in the air. That's when Daniel's Aunt Susan pulled me aside. Her face was pale. "Emily," she said quietly, "you deserve to know the truth." My heart skipped. "What truth?" I asked. Susan glanced around to make sure no one was listening. Linda never wanted this wedding, she said. She's been telling family for months that she planned to stop it. I felt sick. Stop it how? Susan swallowed. By humiliating you. By pushing you to leave. Suddenly everything made sense. The comments. The fake smiles. The control. Then Susan added something I wasn't ready for. And the cake, she whispered. She paid the bakery to use a cheaper substitute, so it would collapse. I froze. Collapse? She wanted you to look foolish during the cake cutting, Susan said. My knees felt weak. Before I could respond, shouting erupted near the dessert table. Guests stepped back. Phones came out. The cake was leaning. The damaged icing had softened the inner support. Slowly, painfully, the top tier slid. And then, crash. The cake collapsed onto the table. Gasps. Screams. Someone shouted, "Did you see that?" The baker turned pale. She rushed forward, checking the layers. Then she said something that made the entire room go silent. "This isn't the recipe you ordered," she said loudly. "Someone changed it." All eyes turned to Linda. Her face drained of color. "That's ridiculous," she snapped. The baker shook her head. "The changes were paid for under your name." Whispers exploded across the room. Daniel stared at his mother in disbelief. "Mom, is this true?" Linda opened her mouth, but no words came out. In that moment, her perfect image cracked. Cameras were rolling. Guests were recording. And karma, it had officially arrived. But the worst part for Linda was still coming. The room felt frozen in time. Everyone waited. All eyes were on Daniel. His mother stood there, exposed, cornered by her own actions. Daniel looked at me, then back at her. I could see the conflict written all over his face. For years, he had made excuses for her. That's just how she is. But tonight, there was no excuse left. Daniel took a deep breath and said, "Mom, did you pay to sabotage our wedding cake?" Linda crossed her arms. "I was trying to protect you," she snapped. "She's not right for you." The words hit me like a slap. Protect him? By humiliating his wife? Daniel shook his head slowly. "No," he said. "You were trying to control me." Gasps echoed through the room. Linda laughed nervously. "You're choosing her over your own mother?" Daniel didn't hesitate. "I'm choosing my marriage." Silence. Linda's face twisted with rage and disbelief. "After everything I've done for you?" Daniel stepped closer to me. He took my hand firmly. "What you did tonight was cruel," he said. "And I won't allow it anymore." Linda's voice rose. "You'll regret this." But the crowd had already turned. Guests whispered. Some shook their heads. Others openly stared at her in disgust. The wedding planner approached and said quietly, "Ma'am, I think it's best if you leave." Linda looked around, realizing she had lost control of the room. Without another word, she grabbed her purse and stormed toward the exit. The doors slammed shut behind her. I exhaled for the first time all night. But inside, I wondered, was this really over? Or was this just the beginning? Because karma wasn't done teaching lessons yet. Not to Linda, and not to us. The reception slowly returned to life. Staff cleaned the collapsed cake. A replacement dessert table was set up. People tried to smile again, but something had changed forever. Daniel and I shared our first dance. It wasn't the fairy tale moment I imagined, but it was real, strong, honest. That night, we left the venue together, as husband and wife. Without Linda, I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. 2 weeks later, the phone calls started. Relatives whispering, messages popping up. "Have you heard what Linda's dealing with?" Apparently, the baker had taken legal action. Sabotaging a contracted wedding service wasn't just cruel, it was illegal. Linda was forced to refund the bakery and pay damages. But karma didn't stop there. One of the guests had posted the video online. The clip went viral. Millions of views. Comments flooded in. Toxic mother-in-law. Control freak exposed. Linda's social circle disappeared overnight. Friends stopped inviting her. Church members distanced themselves. And then came the final blow. Linda showed up at our door. Tears in her eyes. I lost everything, she said. My reputation, my friends. Daniel listened quietly. Then he said something I'll never forget. You didn't lose them, Mom. You revealed who you really are. She left without another word. That was the last time I saw her. For a long time, and for the first time, I felt free. But before we could fully move on, one final decision remained. A decision that would define our future. A few months after the wedding, Daniel and I made a choice. Not out of anger, but out of self-respect. We set boundaries. Real ones. No surprise visits. No manipulation. No emotional control. Linda wasn't welcome back into our lives until she took responsibility for her actions. For the first time, our marriage came first. Life became quieter, healthier, happier. We used the wedding money we had left to take a small honeymoon. Nothing fancy, just peace. One evening, sitting by the ocean, Daniel looked at me and said, "Thank you for not walking away that night." I smiled. "Thank you for choosing us." And that's when I realized something important. Love isn't proven by words. It's proven by actions, especially when things get uncomfortable. Linda did reach out once more. A short message. "I'm sorry. Not perfect, but it was a start. Whether forgiveness comes or not, that's a journey for another day. But this is what I learned, and what I want you to remember. If someone disrespects you publicly, believe them. If someone tries to control your happiness, protect your peace. And if your partner truly loves you, they will choose you, even when it's hard." Thank you for listening to my story. If this touched your heart, or reminded you of your own experience, you're not alone. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story with someone who needs to hear it today. Because sometimes, karma doesn't need revenge. The truth is enough.